Hey guys, welcome to another video, and I just want to start off by saying thank you for all the likes and the comments in the last few videos, the Tassie video, the camping video, and yeah, my previous other videos. Really, I guess, cool to see people getting something out of them and enjoying them. Really appreciate it. So yeah, special thanks for all that. Now, this video kind of leads on from a few of the comments I've received in the past few videos, and that is around the cameras and the setup that I use. Now that I've used these for a little while, these being the DJI Pocket Osmo, and also the Sony RX100 Mark V. So if you're interested in hearing the pros and cons when it comes to hiking videos with these two things, I'm not going to go over the specs or the how to use or anything like that. There's plenty of other videos out there describing all that. It's purely going to be a how do these stack up for a hiker and a camper, someone that wants to make videos on the trail, and why do I carry two instead of just one? Now, let me start off by giving you a bit of a background. I originally got the Sony RX100 Mark V. A lot of things appeal to me with this camera. It's got the flip up screen, so it's easy to take those kind of vlogging shots. It's got a 1.8 aperture, so you're able to get that really nice blurry background, and it's fantastic in low light, especially with its 1-inch sensor. It's got a built-in ND filter as well, so you can get those slower shutter speeds in the harsher day. So again, it gives you more cinematic footage, which I really appreciate. And it really is kind of tailored towards my style of filmmaking, where I lean a little bit more towards, kind of more cinematic shots rather than kind of action shots or just walking and talking. So for me, this camera really appealed from that side of things. And I've had Sony's for the last couple of years now, the A6000, A7R2. So I'm pretty used to the menu system and all that kind of jazz. So it was a natural fit in terms of ecosystem for me. So yeah, that's the kind of background why I got the RX100 Mark V. Now, why did I get the DJI Pocket Osmo? Well, where this kind of falls down, this picks up. Even though I love this camera, its biggest downfall is its ability to take nice, stable footage. It does have some inbuilt stabilization, which, to be quite honest, is dreadful, and don't even consider it stabilization. It's okay for kind of walking and talking. It won't give you a completely blurry image, but if you're trying to take really nice shots, there's always going to be shake. So I resisted for a long time, but I eventually took the plunge and got the Pocket Osmo, and I've been really surprised with it. It takes amazing shots. Originally, I thought I was going to use this just for a few shots here and there, but it's really my A-cam at the moment. It's making up the majority of the footage in the videos. And the reason behind that is twofold. Number one, obviously it takes great quality footage in terms of it's really, really stable, so it's easy to get those cinematic shots. And number two, it's so quick and easy to use. For me, it's really important that the hike comes first. I don't want to spend ages, setting up the shot, fiddling with settings, tweaking the position of the camera, etc. I really want to just be out hiking. I see a nice shot, and I just want to get the camera out, shoot the shot, keep going, and enjoy the hike. And this really allows me to do that. It's so pocketable, and even though it's not an action camera, the hard case has been perfectly fine for me. I chuck it in my bag, chuck it in my pocket without worrying too much. And then if I just want to take a shot, I simply take it out, turn it on, and within a couple of seconds, it's on and ready to go. And it's super stable, super easy. So I can just, get that nice panning shot, or, the shot of setting up the tent or whatever, and then just, keep going on with the rest of my day. And, this allows for those kind of time-lapse cinematic type shots, that I've been using when I set up the tent or for the sunset or sunrise or whatever. So it's really, really good in that regard. And I really don't have any issues in terms of durability or anything like that when it comes to out on the trail. Again, the hard case does more than enough to protect this camera. Obviously, it's not waterproof, but you can chuck it in your pocket and pretty much forget about it apart from that. What the downfalls with this camera are, well, pretty much, you got nowhere to attach a tripod without a cage, and if you put a cage on it, you're not going to be able to put it in its protective case. And I definitely, because of the mechanical gimbal, wouldn't be carrying this just inside my pocket without the hard case. The other thing is that it's still a small sensor, whereas the Sony, the RX is that 1-inch sensor. The Osmo is still, your tiny kind of mobile phone sensor. In daylight, it's pretty good, but as soon as you start getting low light, it starts to get a little bit worse, doesn't it, Dexter? I'm looking a bit tired. Yeah, starts to get quite bad, and that's where I kind of start using the Sony again to film those kind of lower light shots, because it's just so much better in with all that kind of stuff. With the 1.8 aperture and the 1-inch sensor, it just beats it hands down. So that's really the reason behind the two different cameras. They're both good. I mean, another thing is with this, because I can't mount a tripod on it, I've got a little tiny tripod on my RX that you can see there. So that I can set up on the ground and do my kind of walk by shots, or pop it on the ground and do whatever it is I need to do. So they just kind of fill in different gaps that the other one has, and they're both small and reasonably light. They just go in my pocket and I can just take them out and film. And the battery life is pretty good on this thing. Non-replaceable batteries, but you can charge via the USB port there. Whereas this thing, you can have the replaceable battery. I carry one spare, and you can also charge it via the micro USB there. I guess the next question is where to from here with these. I love the stability of this thing, but I love the quality of this thing. And recently Xylem's released a Crane M2, which I'm quite interested in. The handle is about the size of the Osmo, and then it's got the motors here, so it's not too big. It's got a locking mechanism. So I'm going to check it out, and I'm hoping that I can rig it up so I can mount it on my shoulder strap or on my hip belt, and then attach the RX onto that. So I'll basically, in the perfect world, have RX quality footage, but stabilized like the Osmo is. And it should be, in theory, really easy to use, I'm hoping, because I can simply just unclip it from my belt, unlock it, switch it on, everything's pre-balanced because I haven't touched anything, and it's good to go. Plus it has a tripod mount on the bottom, so I can do my setup shots, and I can also get my time-lapse shots, etc. So I'm hoping with the addition of the Crane M2, which I'll hopefully check out in the next few weeks, I'll be replacing the Osmo Pocket with that, and the RX will be my kind of do-it-all sole camera. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I've used these two for quite a few months now, and overall I'm really happy. They definitely kind of follow my ethos of hike first, video second. I have made videoing on the trail or on any kind of holiday or adventure really easy and enjoyable, actually. And the footage I'm quite happy with. But I'm always looking to, what's the next best thing? How can I improve it? Where do these fall down? What technology is out there to kind of pick them up and fill in the gaps? So I'll keep you guys updated if you're interested with kind of how the video side of things or the video kit evolves over the next couple of months, and so on and so forth. If I've left anything out, or if you have any questions, as always, feel free to ask them down below. Pretty responsive to the comments. If you did get something out of the video, leave a like. Definitely appreciate it. Makes a big difference. Subscribe if you haven't already. And until next time, happy trails.